Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to ARK Survival Evolved. I am Bull, and I'm just going to do a little quickie video here today. One of the things they just put into the game was dinosaur breeding. Basically, the way that works is on your critters now. If you look at the bottom, it says ready to mate in whatever, and if you go to a normal dinosaur, it'll say enable wander to mate. So what you got to do is you got to take a male and a female, and you let them roam free, or to a certain degree of free. In this case, we put them in a pen so they don't roam too far. And after a little while, if they're a egg-laying dinosaur, they will lay an egg. And the eggs are a big pain in the butt because you have to maintain the eggs at a certain temperature, and that can be kind of a pain in the butt. We eventually need to create a temperature-controlled environment. Using air conditioners and like fire pits or something to create rooms that can maintain certain temperature ranges for the dinosaur eggs. However, the mammals, of course, do not lay eggs. Instead, they give live birth, and apparently they don't require a specific temperature, which is nice. So we managed to get a couple of our Sabertooth cats. Let's get him to... You're not gonna follow. Of course you're not. Alright, let's... This is our Sabertooth cat, Kitty Galore. Kitty Galore and our male Sabertooth, Hobbs. We put them in to breed, and and Kitty got pregnant. And 4.5 hours later, because we haven't adjusted the breeding times yet for the server, we're going to be increasing it to make it faster, because some of them are an ungodly long time. In this case, Kitty and the Sabertooth were a 4.5 hour gestation period. So the kitty got fat, and then eventually she gave birth. And usually they give birth to just a single dinosaur, but on occasion there's a rare chance they'll give birth to twins, and a very rare chance they'll give birth to triplets. And in this case, we got twins. Okay, so anyways, when you breed, the cats will get traits from the two parents. So basically, when you capture a cat, or when you capture a dinosaur of some sort, you want to keep an eye on what their base stats are, because the baby dinosaurs will usually inherit one of the two stats for all your critters. We've boosted Kitty here quite a bit, so she's got a lot more health than she started with. She's got way more damage than she started with. But for example, say she started with 300 melee damage, and the male that we made her with started with 400% melee damage. The babies have a chance to inherit either of those stat blocks as their baseline, and that goes for all of the stat lines that are on the base. So ideally, in the long run, what you want to do if you want to get some really, really good super dinosaurs is you basically do a little eugenics program by breeding good dinosaurs with good dinosaurs to get the desired traits. And you keep doing that until you can manage to get those traits to breed true. And then, say you find one that's got really good damage, so you make a couple of babies that have the high damage, and then you also want to breed them with some high health to try to do that. The other neat thing is that they will get the coloration of one of the two parents. Hobbs, the father, I believe has more of like a jungle green coloration. But as you can see, the babies got mom's coloration. And I just want to say, the baby dinosaurs are adorable. Look at these things. Just this little tiny kitty with a giant head. They're awesome. So you breed them out, and when they're newborns, they're particularly helpless. They can't really do a whole lot. Um, they start off small, so well, here let's take a look at baby Leia here. You can see what their stats are going to be, but their stats currently are not that high. And that's because they're just babies, so their stats are reduced. You have to feed them. When they're first newborns, you have to hand feed them, which means you put meat or whatever it is that they eat in your 0 slot, and every time they're hungry, you have to go up to them and hit 0. You only have to do that for a short period of time. Then once they go from newborn to baby, then you just have to keep them fed in their inventory. They only eat raw meat. They do not eat cooked meat or kibble. And as babies, they will not eat out of troughs. Here's where it gets kind of a pain in the ass because you have to keep them fed. And at the beginning, they can only hold like a pound, which means they can hold like 10 food. And they eat through that pretty quickly. So you're stuck babysitting the dinosaur effectively while it grows up. It will remain a baby until it hits about 10% of its max weight. So for this dinosaur, that'll be around 27. We are currently with a max weight of 24, so we're getting close finally. Unfortunately, this has been a long process. I've been babysitting baby Luke and Leia here for about 4 hours now. So it is not a short time period for some of the dinosaurs. Some dinosaurs are going to be much quicker than others. The Sabertooths, I think, have a longer period of time, and I know some of the really big dinosaurs, like the Quetzalcoatl and stuff, have just an enormous amount of time investment. So eventually, Andy's going to be putting the server to 4 times, so it'll make it much faster to breed dinosaurs, which will be fantastic. But in the meantime, I've been keeping an eye on these guys, basically pulling out any spoiled meat, because unfortunately the meat will spoil, and dropping in more meat to keep them full. Once they hit that 10%, their status will change from baby to something else, which I'm not sure what it is yet. This is our first baby dinosaurs that we've done, so we haven't had a chance to really do a whole lot with them yet. This is our first real attempt. We've tried doing a couple of eggs a couple of times, but unfortunately the Pearl Lake, where we chose to make our new base on the new server, is a hot zone. So temperatures tend to run, well, like for example, you can see 34 degrees Celsius. Most dinosaurs require the temperature to be down 10 to 20 degrees Celsius, maybe a little bit warmer than that. A few of them a little bit colder. There's only like 1 or 2 dinosaurs that can tolerate, their eggs can tolerate this temperature. So unfortunately our breeding is a little bit limited until we get that temperature controlled pen set up. But yeah, unfortunately the other thing is they go through an amazing amount of meat. And obviously I've had quite a few of it spoil on me because this has taken so long. But I'd be willing to bet that these 2 guys have chewed through well over 1,000 meat. Probably close to 1,500 meat. Fortunately, we have a T-Rex, and we've made a couple of trips out to just basically eat everything on the beach outside of our house, outside of our base, to bring back meat. So hopefully these guys will grow up a little bit. And I'm going to go ahead and pause this, and I'll bring us back when they hit that. Once they hit that 10%, though, supposedly they become more self-sufficient. They get a little bigger, and they will start eating from troughs, supposedly. We will find out. Because once that happens, it means I can fill up the nearby troughs and go to bed. Because right now it's 2:30 in the morning, and while I'm a night owl, I had an early morning this morning, and well, at this point, like I said, I've been babysitting these guys for since about 9:30, and it's 2:30 now, so 10, 11, 12, 1. No, we're pushing 5 hours at this point. So, yeah, it's been a long one. So anyways, I'll pause, and then, like I said, once they hit their 10%, I'll bring us back so you can see what they're like. And we're probably going to end up renaming these guys, because we named them Luke and Leia because they were twins, and we liked it. But we've kind of forgot to realize that they were two females and not a male and a female. So it doesn't quite work as well. So hopefully we'll find a good set of female twins to name them after. All right, we'll be back in a bit, though. Okay, so we have finally hit their 10%, and they've turned into juveniles. Still little itty bitty kitty cats. And again, oh, isn't he adorable? Or she, I guess, technically. Sorry about that. So they're juveniles now, so theoretically they will actually start eating on their own now. Although I'm not 100% positive on that, so I'm going to have to look that up and stuff.
Alright, Bull. I am heading on to bed.
Alright, man, you have a good one.
Longer on those things.
I just hit juvenile.
I'm sorry?
They just hit juvenile, so hopefully they'll start eating on their own now.
Hopefully. God, that'd be nice.
Have a good one, man.
Alright, you too. Take her easy.
User disconnected from your channel.
So, okay. So, anyways, yeah, sorry, that was my buddy Stan. He's, was chilling. Alright, so, juveniles, yeah. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. They will eventually hit, they'll keep growing bigger and bigger. Hopefully at this stage they can start eating from feeding troughs, which means I can fill up the feeding troughs. I'm going to go check on that because, God, if I got to spend another couple hours feeding these damn things. I may just turn them into tasty prime meat. That's the other neat thing about babies. Well, not neat things, but apparently baby dinosaurs are a very excellent source of prime meat if you need it. Although that seems like a lot of work for, prime meat. So, okay, that's pretty much it. I just wanted to show you how it worked. We will, we'll get, I'll do a little bit more. If I find out more information, we'll add it onto this or do another video or something. So, hope you enjoyed it, and have a good one.